Hello everyone, let's take a look at volume weighted average price bands. The W stands for weekly, and this is the indicator here. Now, volume weighted average price is normally very commonly used during intraday, and it begins during the session start, and it'll begin calculating, and it will end at the end of the session. And again, reset again, so you get all these. Let me show it to you. We'll set up a regular volume weighted average price daily, and that's what, as you can see, the calculations reset again. Okay, the green being the regular daily volume weighted average price. The white line, or the white points, are the weekly. Let's remove the daily one. So this essentially gives you a running weekly volume weighted average price, and it'll automatically detect the beginning of the week and the end of the week. This is plotted over the cash session, so the chart that I have loaded here, I'm using es.d, which automatically gives me the cash session or regular trading hours, or the pit session, whichever reference name you want to use. In this next chart, I have the same indicator plotted. However, I'm using @es, a continuous contract, and this automatically tells Tradestation data servers to load up the regular session, which is, at least I have it set. I have the symbol. If we go to properties, you can see it's set to regular session. Of course, you can create your custom sessions as well and use a custom session, etc. And so today was today being Thursday, we have 4 days of 1 week plotted. And this would be your regular session plot, which of course the values, since it's considering all the data for the overnight and the cash session, the values would be different from this chart. Now here's how you would set this chart up. So once you insert the analysis technique, you choose it and insert it, you'll be prompted to take a look at the format, take a look at the inputs if you need to make changes. The key element that, or the key input that you want to pay attention to, is this one right here, day of week, and 0 equals Sunday and 1 equals Monday. Depending on the session you're using, enter the day which the data begins for your instrument. So we've chosen 1 here because 1 will represent Monday, so that tells the code that Mondays are the beginning of the week. And that's appropriate for this chart because Saturday and Sunday there's no trading going on, so the beginning of the week starts on Monday, and the rest of the code will take care of. Now let's go to the regular session chart, because that, as you as most of you know, the trading begins on Sunday evening for index features if you have it set to regular session. So the beginning of the week is actually Sunday if you have your chart set to all data or all session or regular session. So with this particular setting, the input, we have entered 0 here because we want to tell the code to consider Sundays as the beginning of each week. So that's the only difference between using regular session or cash session. If you're using this on other instruments, energies, currencies, etc., etc., then you need to consider that. So it's very simple. You just find one of the Mondays, find the beginning trading, the first trading day of the week, and see what day that correlates to. And from there you can decide whether you need to input 1 or 0. The next The next thing I should show is that with these inputs, just like the other volume weighted average price bands that we have the daily, weekly, or monthly, or if you're using the end day, which looks back and creates custom end days for you, you have the option of plotting SD1, SD2, SD3 above the band, and then the 3 below the band. So that's pretty much your standard deviation bands. Just enter true for whichever one you want to have plotted, and you can control the deviation numbers. I have my colors set to white and white. You can have white for up and down, and a different color for a down color if you choose to. So if you do decide to show the bands, this is what it would look like. Normally, if you're used to seeing the daily one, you would see a daily plot with the bands. This one here is giving you the bands of the entire week. So we take a look at the current week. So you guys remember last Thursday we had that major expansion of volatility index futures, and then everything calmed down the next day, and we got some news over the weekend, and the markets started gapped up and have been consolidating. Now, if you take a look at the volume weighted average price for the entire week, Monday, this is the regular session, so overnight we rallied, and then the remainder of this week, volume weighted average price is flat. As you can see, the bands are flat too, and notice how we're trading between, pretty much we haven't touched the second standard deviations at all. However, every time we decline the first standard deviation below the mean or volume weighted average price is holding price, telling us that this is almost as a big sales sign for buyers to come in and buy at discounts. So currently things look like we should continue to move higher. So we'll see tomorrow, but today we rallied down and we stopped right on volume weighted average price. We may, I believe there is support here, may hold the price, and we may bounce off of here. If not, we're probably going to come down lower to the first band, the first standard deviation underneath the volume weighted average price. In any case, I don't want to get straight too far. We've covered this video. I just want to show how to set the charts up for weekly. So the main key is regular session charts. The main key is to find out what the first day of your week is, either it's Sunday, Monday, etc., and use the appropriate number for day of week to set up your weekly volume weighted average price indicator. Very good. If you guys have any questions, you can always send us an email. Thanks.